Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys my Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 beta review and whether or not I think it's worth buying the new Call of Duty this year. How we doing, guys? Thanks for hanging out and watching another one of my videos. Before I hop into this, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. We're on the road to 100 subs. It would really mean the world to me. If you're new, hit the sub button. If you're old, thanks again for watching. Hit the like button. Thank you, thank you. Now let's go ahead and get into this. I do have a list on my screen that I am gonna use to go over some stuff. I have a good and a bad. I think I'm gonna start with the good. I'm gonna emphasize what I think is really good and what I think is really bad. And at the end, I think I'm just gonna I'll give my big reveal on whether or not you should buy the game, whether or not I think it'll be good or worth it. And one of the first things that I noticed when I got on the game, it felt nice, it felt smooth, especially on the PC. It felt a lot like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 19, but really just felt like an upgrade version of it. They took out slide canceling. That's one of the big things that they're talking about. No more slide canceling, and they added in a dolphin dive. I think no slide canceling is great. Dolphin dive's fine, no problem with it. They have a slower slide to where you can't shoot until you're done with your slide. That's good. It kind of creates a different variety of gunfights and less people just slide canceling around corners, slide canceling into gunfights, and just repeating that thing over and over again. So I think it's positive. It's going to create a lot of different gunfights. It's going to do a lot of different options when it comes to maneuvering around the map, even though the game's still really fucking fast. So we'll see how it goes. When it comes to the maps, I think they're definitely already better than Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. And instead of just saying the thing, I'm just going to say MW19. Don't have to say that. There's no destructible walls like in Vanguard. The maps are better. There's less doors so far than MW19. So that's better. The maps are a little bit more colorful. I haven't seen that much more color, but it's a good start. I hope that some of the maps on launch are a lot brighter, a lot more colorful, less like tans, dark grays, and a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I want to be able to see people better. I want it to be more bright. It looks like they're on the come up with that, so it's getting a little better. So hopefully we won't have to worry about that. When it comes to the gunplay, I think the guns seem kind of balanced. They seemed a little more balanced than they have been in the past betas that Call of Duty has had, but that doesn't really matter too much to me because they're usually going to figure it out what guns are OP and what guns aren't, and they're going to fix that before the actual game drops in about a month. So I'm not too worried about that, but they were pretty balanced so far. And they had a new way of unlocking guns. You had to use guns to unlock other guns that weren't unlocked by level cap, like which would be the normal way that you unlock guns in Call of Duty. So it made you use guns you normally wouldn't use, which is okay. I don't really mind it. But the thing that is really cool for me is if you unlock certain attachments in that first gun that you're using to unlock the next gun, those attachments roll over as long as they match on the same guns, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. But nonetheless, it is a good system that they have in place, and it makes it easier for you to unlock guns. And it's not gruely like the 70 weapon levels that MW19 had, which was absolutely miserable to unlock everything, especially when the grip that you wanted to use was like the last one. That was probably the worst feeling. And when it comes to the kill streaks, I don't really have anything bad to say about the kill streaks. There are a lot of them. Chopper gunner was cool. If you can move it around like manually like you have in the last few games, it'd be nice. It kind of just stands in one spot, and then you don't really have a shot at shooting anybody if they spawn on the other side of the map. So that could be better, but really don't have anything bad to say about the kill streaks. And that actually ends my list of good. I know it wasn't that much of a short list, but really, I had fun playing it. I really don't have that many major things that I'm going to say bad about it, but I did have fun playing it, which is a good start. And I'm going to go into some of the bad stuff now, and then I'll kind of regroup at the end and see what outweighs the other. And the first thing that I noticed, since let's stick with the gunplay and how the guns feel. To start, the muzzle flash on each gun is way too much. Sometimes you'd be shooting somebody and then you kind of lose where you were aiming, lose like who you were aiming at, and it'd kind of fuck you up. And like with the recoil on your gun, if you don't have like the best recoil control, it kind of fucks you up. So Muzzle Flash is a big problem, but usually that's a problem in the beta. I don't know why. It's always a beta problem. They tend to always just fix it by the time the game comes out, but I don't know why they don't have it fixed for the beta, but oh well. Also, the time to kill is very fast, which is not a good thing, and hopefully they fix it. They really analyze it and fix the time to kill. Everything kills in like the ARs kill in like 2 to 3 bullets, and everything seems to pretty much melt. And with the fast gameplay combined with people melting you, it can get pretty annoying and inconsistent every once in a while, especially when you're using like a sub at long range. You'll hit like what it seems like 5 or 6 bullets and they don't die, and then you die to like 3 bullets by an AR. So it gets pretty annoying. So they really need to fix the time to kill. Might be going a little all over the place, but flashes are really bad. You get sent into another dimension when you get flash. It's just too much white screen. You can't see anything. You don't even get a notification that you get a kill if you're killing somebody while you're flashed. You don't even know if you killed them or not, unless it still shows up in the kill feed by the time you're unflashed. So that really needs to get fixed. And it seems like that's always an issue, like blood splatter on the screen, flashbang lasts too long, shit like that always is an issue in the beta, and it seems to always get fixed. So I'm not too worried about that. They don't have a smoke grenade. They have like a smoke field upgrade, which is pretty dumb. It's kind of like a Viper's wall. Like drones come out and drop smoke, kind of like a Viper's wall from Valorant, if you know what that is. And it's really fucking bugged. The smoke either doesn't load in right, or you can't see them, they can see you, and it's really just bugged and not useful, and they really shouldn't even have it in the game unless it works properly. And for some reason they like to fuck up smokes every single game and make them unviable. So that really needs to get fixed. All right, let's move on to the perk system and the gunsmith. I'm okay with the gunsmith if you have to have a gunsmith. I'm a big fan of the pick 10 system, and if you perfect something like the pick 10 system, which I think is the perfect way to do Call of Duty, you can't make any arguments towards me and say that the gunsmith is better than pick 10. Like, there's way too many attachments for no reason. It makes everything more complicated, and I think they cater to the small percentage of people that actually give a shit about that. So really, there's no reason to not use the pick 10 system, but we haven't had it in a while, so I'm not too worried about it. The new gunsmith is okay. There's less attachments, and like I said, in the attachments kind of carry over when you unlock new guns and stuff like that, so that's okay. But really, I would prefer the pick 10 system. And also with Dead Silence being a field upgrade again and not a perk, I think that's a huge miss by Infinity Ward. And it's been 3 games in a row where it's been a field upgrade, and they still want to make it a field upgrade, and I don't know why. It's like they're not listening to anybody when they say it should be a perk. They really haven't given a good explanation on why it's not a perk, and I just think it causes too many inconsistencies, and it also causes less gunfights with people camping in corners, waiting for their deadie to pop, and then they make their move. And especially with me being a Call of Duty competitive fan, that's pretty much all it is. It's like people walking around being quiet, or no one making a move in S&D because they're out to wait for their deadie to recharge, and then they do that, and it's just it's really boring, and to me it's just lazy, and they don't listen, and it's like how dumb can you be? It's like, if you ask for feedback and we give you all this feedback, and the most feedback is minimap, and Dead Silence is the most. The minimap needs to be classic minimap where red dots show up on it. They're like, oh, we're stupid, we actually think that's stupid, so we're not going to do that. And also, Dead Silence can't be a perk because it's a field upgrade. That's so much better. Like, I don't think they've actually given a good reasoning behind either one of them. So it's hard to really argue against them about it, because they really, like, I feel like they're just doing it to do it. And like, I don't know. I really can't make sense of it. But that's my thoughts on the gunsmith and how the weapons feel and like the perks and all that stuff. It can definitely get better, but stuff like that usually doesn't change too much when it comes to the perk systems, the gunsmith and stuff, other than like muzzle flash and flashbangs and stuff like that. That can get fixed, but I guess we just got to cross our fingers and hope that they help us out a little bit. And with the sequel to MW19, of course, TAC is back for the 3rd year in a row. And if you've seen any of my previous videos, you guys know that I hate TAC is terrible, and I think it's the most pointless thing that they've ever added to COD. And I don't know why there is walking, sprinting, and then tactical sprinting, when really it's walking, jogging, and sprinting. And I don't know why they added tac sprint. It's so dumb. It kills your controller because you have to double press to tac sprint. And if you play with auto tac sprint, it just causes too many like bad gunfights, whatever. Like I always run auto tac sprint because I don't want my controller to fucking break. So if I'm running around the map and my gun's like this the whole time, like that's going to cause inconsistencies other than me running around like this to where I can go like this. If I'm running around like this and then I have to go here and then here, like it just causes too many things. Like tac sprint is just so like, it's so dumb, and it makes the game way too fast, which is my final point, is that the game's still way too fast. And if you compare the last 3 CODs to like CODs 10 years ago, like the best CODs ever, like 10 years ago, like Black Ops 2, Ghost, Black Ops 1, MW3, MW2, it's almost like you're playing a completely different game, and it's not even Call of Duty. It's like you literally spawn up and you have to be ready for a gunfight already because you just tac sprint out of your spawn into somebody. There's already somebody there. It's just way too fast. They need to slow COD down, which you'd think it would be a little slower without slide canceling, but with tac sprint, it really just keeps it the same speed. And me, I have a lot less fun with Call of Duty if it has tac sprint in it. But that's something that I think that we won't get away from unless Treyarch decides to not have it in. But with them using the same engine every year now, I think we're kind of shit out of luck with that, and we're gonna have to have tac sprint for forever now. So not much I can say about it. I can argue I can say all I want, but not gonna get changed. So there you have it. There are some of the things that I found good or bad in the game, but overall, really, I am optimistic. I think it's gonna be a good game, and I definitely think it's worth buying if you're a Call of Duty fan. If you think you're gonna want to play it and put in more than like 5 to 10 hours a week playing it, like if you play it like at least 10 hours a week or more, I think it'll definitely be worth it. It's way better than the previous COD. Vanguard was so bad that I think this game is going to look better than it is just because how bad Vanguard is. If that makes sense, then awesome, you understand what I'm saying. So I will be playing the game. I have pre-ordered it. I bought it already. I'll be playing it at release. You'll see me streaming it. You'll see me making more videos. And hopefully we're in for a good year or 2, because I think it's going to be 2 years of Call of Duty with this Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 reboot that they're having. Like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think. That's what I think. I did kind of ramble all over the place, but it is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I'm going to throw my Activision ID down here in the bottom. Add me. Let me know you added me if you want to play. I'll see you guys on October 28th. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.